Question 1. In the context of influencer marketing, which of the following best describes the legal obligation fashion brands must fulfill when collaborating with influencers for sponsored content on social platforms? A. Brands must ensure that only celebrity influencer disclose paid partnerships. B. Brands have no control over how influencers disclose their partnerships. C. Brands must ensure that influencers clearly disclose sponsorships in a transparent and conspicuous manner. D. Brands should rely on platform algorithms to mark posts as sponsored. Correct answer. C. Brands must ensure that influencers clearly disclose sponsorships in a transparent and conspicuous manner. Explanation. According to advertising standards and influencer disclosure laws, such as the FTC in the US and ASA in the UK, brands must ensure influencers clearly indicate sponsored content to avoid misleading consumers. The disclosure must be unambiguous, e.g., using ad or paid partnership with. Simply relying on algorithms or influencer discretion is legally insufficient. Non-compliance may result in legal penalties and reputational damage. Question 2. Which strategic branding approach is characterized by using a single master brand across all products and sub-brands, providing consistency and strong brand equity? A. Freestanding brand architecture. B. Hybrid brand architecture. C. Monolithic brand architecture. D. Endorsed brand architecture. Correct answer. C. Monolithic brand architecture. Explanation. Monolithic brand architecture uses one overarching brand for all offerings, such as Armani for Emporio Armani, Giorgio Armani, and Armani Exchange. This approach benefits from consistent brand equity, unified marketing, and lower brand management costs. It contrasts with freestanding independent sub-brands or endorsed parent brands subtly backing sub-brands strategies. Question 3. Amira, a fashion entrepreneur, has launched a sustainable fashion brand using Instagram and TikTok for promotion. She works with micro-influencers who post product reviews in exchange for free merchandise. However, none of the influencers disclose that they received free products. Amira believes that since it's not direct payment, there's no need for disclosure. What should Amira do to stay compliant with current advertising laws? A. Continue as is, since free merchandise is not monetary compensation. B. Instruct influencers to disclose the partnership as per advertising regulations. C. Ask influencers to only post organic content and avoid talking about the products. D. Rely on platform algorithms to determine if disclosure is needed. Correct answer. B. Instruct influencers to disclose the partnership as per advertising regulations. Explanation. Even non-monetary compensation, such as free merchandise, qualifies as a material connection under laws like the FTC guidelines. Thus, influencers must disclose this relationship transparently. Failure to do so may be deemed deceptive advertising, and both Amira and the influencers can face penalties. Disclosure must be visible, understandable, and upfront. Question 4. Which of the following best illustrates a legal risk associated with co-branding initiatives in fashion when intellectual property rights are not clearly defined? A. Brand dilution from excessive promotion. B. Legal disputes over ownership of shared logos and designs. C. Unclear digital marketing KPIs. D. Lack of influencer engagement. Correct answer. B. Legal disputes over ownership of shared logos and designs. Explanation. Co-branding without a clear agreement on IP rights can result in legal conflicts regarding logos, design usage, and brand equity post-collaboration. Trademark and copyright laws require that ownership and usage permissions be defined upfront. Failure to do so often results in brand reputation damage or lengthy legal battles. Question 5. In digital fashion marketing, which of the following best represents the concept of shoppable content? A. Influencer videos with no direct links to products. B. Digital fashion lookbooks for seasonal promotion. C. Interactive posts where users can buy directly from the content. D. Blog posts reviewing fashion trends. Correct answer: C. Interactive posts where users can buy directly from the content. Explanation: shoppable content integrates e-commerce into content like images, videos, or stories. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok allow direct product tagging, streamlining the path to purchase. It's key in social commerce strategy and improves conversion rates by reducing user friction. Question 6. Marco, a brand strategist, is rebranding a struggling streetwear label that previously had a scattered brand identity. He wants to reposition it for Gen Z by emphasizing values like inclusivity and authenticity while keeping its core urban appeal. Which foundational element should Marco define first to guide the rebranding? A. Select influencers before defining any identity. B. Identify color palette and logo aesthetics. C. Articulate the brand DNA, reflecting its new values and positioning. D. Launch the new product line to test the market. Correct answer: C. Articulate the brand DNA, reflecting its new values and positioning. Explanation: brand DNA forms the foundation for all brand expressions: storytelling, design, communication, and targeting. Without it, rebranding efforts can be inconsistent and ineffective. Especially for Gen Z, authenticity and coherence across touchpoints are vital for trust and engagement. Question 7. Why is data protection, law compliance crucial for fashion brands using personalized advertising on social media? A. It increases content reach organically. B. It ensures that SEO strategies work effectively. C. It prevents legal penalties for misuse of user data. D. It helps influencers avoid shadow bans. Correct answer: C. It prevents legal penalties for misuse of user data. Explanation: regulations like GDPR Europe and CCPA California impose strict rules on data collection, storage, and usage. Personalized ads use behavioral and demographic data, making compliance critical. Non-compliance can lead to heavy fines and brand distrust. Question 8. Which KPI would best help a fashion marketer evaluate the success of a social media engagement strategy? A. Bounce rate on the homepage. B. Number of hashtags used per post. C. Engagement rate including likes, comments, shares. D. Time spent on the checkout page. Correct answer: C. Engagement rate including likes, comments, shares. Explanation: engagement rate measures how actively users interact with content, making it the most direct indicator of content resonance and brand community connection. High engagement suggests strong relevance, while passive impressions don't reveal audience sentiment or loyalty. Question 9. Lena, a digital marketing manager at a sustainable fashion startup, plans to launch a TikTok campaign featuring short-form videos styled as "A Day in My Outfit." She wants to drive both reach and conversion without misleading audiences. Which of the following actions should she prioritize to remain compliant and effective? A. Skip product tags to make the video appear more organic. B. Ensure that sponsored posts are labeled and integrate product links. C. Avoid using paid promotion to keep costs low. D. Focus on creating viral trends without prioritizing brand linkage. Correct answer: B. Ensure that sponsored posts are labeled and integrate product links. Explanation: Lena must clearly label content as sponsored, FTC compliance, and use TikTok's shopping features to link directly to products, maximizing conversions. This balances ethical transparency with performance. Deceptive or unlabeled content risks both legal penalties and user distrust. Question 10. What is a key risk fashion brands face when implementing an endorsed brand architecture? A. The endorsed sub-brands may be harder to trademark. B. Consumers may not associate the sub-brand with the master brand. C. Failure of one sub-brand may negatively affect the master brand's reputation. D. It requires completely separate marketing budgets for each brand. Correct answer. C. Failure of one sub-brand may negatively affect the master brand's reputation. Explanation. Endorsed brand architecture means the parent brand appears alongside sub-brands, e.g., Ralph Lauren's Polo. If one endorsed sub-brand faces controversy or performs poorly, it may tarnish the parent brand's equity due to their visible association. Question 11. When can fashion content be classified as misleading advertising under international standards? A. When price tags are not shown in content. B. When filters enhance visual appeal of products. C. When product claims are exaggerated without evidence. D. When influencer captions are grammatically incorrect. Correct answer. C. When product claims are exaggerated without evidence. Explanation. Misleading advertising includes exaggerated claims not substantiated by facts, such as promising 100% wrinkle-proof when it's not tested. Laws like EU Consumer Protection or FTC Act prohibit such content, requiring honesty and evidence in promotional claims. Question 12. Ethan, head of Global Brand Strategy, is exploring whether to expand into Southeast Asia using his luxury fashion brand's existing identity. He wants to protect his trademarks while adapting to cultural norms. Which of the following should he prioritize? A. Create entirely new logos to suit each market. B. Avoid registering trademarks locally to save legal fees. C. File international trademark protection and conduct cultural audits. D. Use AI tools to generate marketing content. Correct answer. C. File international trademark protection and conduct cultural audits. Explanation. Trademark protection must be secured in each target country to avoid counterfeits and unauthorized use. Additionally, cultural audits help prevent missteps in communication. The Madrid system allows streamlined international trademark registration across multiple jurisdictions. Question 13. Which of the following best describes brand equity in the context of a premium fashion label? A. The market share a brand holds in the global market. B. The inventory value of unsold garments. C. The intangible value derived from consumer perceptions and loyalty. D. The total number of influencers a brand partners with. Correct answer. C. The intangible value derived from consumer perceptions and loyalty. Explanation. Brand equity refers to the added value a brand name imparts to a product, influencing customer perception, loyalty, and pricing power. For premium fashion labels, strong equity allows for premium pricing, international expansion, and greater brand resilience. Question 14. What is a primary function of sentiment analysis in digital fashion marketing? A. Automating product restocking decisions. B. Enhancing keyword bidding for Google Ads. C. Gauging consumer emotional responses to content or campaigns. D. Predicting future fashion trends with AI. Correct answer. C. Gauging consumer emotional responses to content or campaigns. Explanation. Sentiment analysis uses NLP to interpret emotions in user comments, reviews, and social media posts. Fashion brands use it to measure real-time campaign impact, detect emerging issues, and fine-tune messaging for audience resonance. Question 15. Thalia, a CMO of a luxury accessories brand, notices a drop in engagement from millennial consumers on Instagram. She decides to reposition the brand without losing Gen X loyalty. What is the most strategic approach to handle this repositioning? A. Discontinue traditional marketing channels to focus on TikTok. B. Launch a new product line with edgy packaging only. C. Develop dual messaging that aligns with both audiences, grounded in consistent brand values. D. Focus all resources on influencer marketing campaigns. Correct answer. C. Develop dual messaging that aligns with both audiences, grounded in consistent brand values. Explanation. Repositioning requires careful brand storytelling that balances current equity with new relevance. Thalia must identify overlapping values across generations, e.g., quality, sustainability, and tailor messaging tone or platform usage without fracturing the brand's core identity. Question 16. Which digital strategy best supports sustainable fashion branding? A. Emphasizing fast turnaround times in promotions. B. Partnering with influencers who frequently change fashion styles. C. Transparent storytelling about sourcing and supply chains. D. Exclusively using celebrity endorsements for mass appeal. Correct answer. C. Transparent storytelling about sourcing and supply chains. Explanation. Sustainable brands gain consumer trust by offering transparent insights into their ethical sourcing, labor practices, and materials. Platforms like Instagram Stories, sustainability reports, or QR codes linked to supply chain data foster authenticity and loyalty. Question 17. What is one key legal implication of using user-generated content, UGC, in fashion marketing without consent? A. It may lead to higher advertising costs. B. It can trigger copyright infringement claims from original creators. C. It boosts customer loyalty unexpectedly. D. It reduces reliance on paid influencers. Correct answer. B. It can trigger copyright infringement claims from original creators. Explanation. UGC is protected under copyright law unless explicitly released for commercial use. Brands must obtain written permission or operate under platforms' licensing agreements to avoid legal disputes and reputation damage. Even reposting on Instagram can pose legal risks. Question 18. Dior's marketing team is designing a limited edition collaboration with a prominent gaming brand. They want to engage Gen Z and ensure maximum digital buzz without alienating their luxury customer base. What should be their top strategic focus? A. Drastically lower the product price to fit gaming culture. B. Create exclusive digital assets and NFTs with storytelling aligned to both audiences. C. Avoid using any fashion terms in the campaign. D. Position the campaign only in niche fashion communities. Correct answer. B. Create exclusive digital assets and NFTs with storytelling aligned to both audiences. Explanation. Luxury gaming collabs like Gucci x Roblox succeed when they blend exclusivity with digital innovation. NFTs, skins, or immersive experiences can excite gamers while maintaining luxury codes through limited access, heritage cues, and aspirational narratives. Question 19. Which of the following most directly affects search engine visibility for a fashion brand's e-commerce site? A. Number of items in the online store. B. Keyword-optimized product descriptions and meta tags. C. Quantity of images used per page. D. Seasonal color palettes used in UI design. Correct answer. B. Keyword-optimized product descriptions and meta tags. Explanation. SEO success relies heavily on how product pages are structured, including title tags, alt text, and keyword-rich descriptions. Optimized metadata helps search engines understand content relevance, improving visibility and click-through rates from organic search. Question 20. How do geo-targeted ads benefit regional fashion retailers? A. By ensuring ads appear only during off-peak hours. B. By sending push notifications to all users globally. C. By reaching users in specific physical locations with relevant offers. D. By limiting exposure to fashion influencers. Correct answer. C. By reaching users in specific physical locations with relevant offers. Explanation. Geo-targeting allows retailers to tailor promotions by region, climate, or local trends. For example, a retailer can promote rain boots in rainy areas. It maximizes ad relevance and drives footfall or localized e-commerce conversions. Question 21. Lee, a social media strategist, is launching a campaign for a gender-neutral fashion brand during Pride Month. She wants to build inclusivity without falling into rainbow washing. What's the most effective and ethical approach? A. Temporarily change the brand's logo to rainbow colors only. B. Partner with LGBTQ+ creators and highlight their authentic stories in the campaign. C. Focus on paid ads rather than organic content. D. Avoid mentioning Pride Month to stay neutral. Correct answer. B. Partner with LGBTQ+ creators and highlight their authentic stories in the campaign. Explanation. Authenticity is critical. Rainbow washing, superficial pride marketing, harms credibility. Instead, collaborating with LGBTQ+ voices, committing donations to related causes, and showcasing inclusive products or narratives reflects genuine brand values and builds community trust. Question 22. Which of the following is an example of a brand touchpoint in the customer journey for a fashion brand? A. Supply chain optimization process. B. A showroom's interior scent and ambience. C. The total production cost of a garment. D. Manufacturing lead times. Correct answer. B. A showroom's interior scent and ambience. Explanation. Brand touchpoints are sensory or digital interactions that shape customer perception, online or offline. A scent, display design, website UX, customer service tone, all influence how a customer feels about a brand during their journey. Question 23. Why is cultural appropriation a serious concern in global fashion campaigns? A. It reduces material sourcing costs. B. It boosts follower growth in certain regions. C. It can offend communities and lead to public backlash. D. It guarantees viral attention for niche brands. Correct answer. C. It can offend communities and lead to public backlash. Explanation. Using cultural symbols without context, credit, or understanding can be perceived as exploitative. Fashion houses have faced severe criticism and lost sales over campaigns involving sacred symbols or misrepresented traditions, highlighting the need for cultural sensitivity and inclusion. Question 24. A heritage brand is transitioning to digital-first marketing to appeal to a younger audience. It still relies heavily on traditional catalog shoots and luxury print ads. What is the most impactful shift it should make to modernize while retaining its legacy? A. Replace its logo with something more futuristic. B. Engage in user-generated content campaigns and AR-powered product trials. C. Focus entirely on TikTok trends and memes. D. Reduce prices to reach mass-market segments. Correct answer. B. Engage in user-generated content campaigns and AR-powered product trials. Explanation. Modernizing doesn't mean losing heritage. By integrating digital tools like AR for virtual try-ons and empowering real customers to create content, brands can merge tradition with innovation. This hybrid approach preserves brand values while making it relevant to tech-savvy consumers. Question 25. Which metric is best to evaluate brand awareness over time for a fashion label? A. Conversion rate on individual products. B. Organic search volume of brand keywords. C. Email open rate. D. Number of abandoned carts. Correct answer: B. Organic search volume of brand keywords. Explanation: an increase in people searching for your brand directly suggests rising awareness. Tools like Google Trends, SEMrush, or Ahrefs can track search volumes and brand-related keyword growth, providing quantifiable insights into public recognition and interest. Question 26. What's a major regulatory consideration when promoting limited edition fashion items online? A. Products must be released only in even-numbered quantities. B. Brands must disclose the limited nature without false scarcity. C. Influencers must avoid showing product packaging. D. Emails must use a countdown timer. Correct answer: B. Brands must disclose the limited nature without false scarcity. Explanation: misleading customers about availability, e.g., claiming only 10 left when that's untrue, can violate consumer protection laws. Regulators like the FTC require that scarcity claims be truthful and evidence-backed to avoid deceptive marketing charges. Question 27. Kaya, an e-commerce manager for a fashion startup, wants to use real-time personalization to increase conversion rates. She plans to analyze behavior across sessions. What should she prioritize implementing? A. Static product pages with manual recommendations. B. Geo-blocking to restrict access to competitors. C. AI-driven content that adapts to user behavior and purchase intent. D. Increasing image sizes to improve aesthetics. Correct answer: C. AI-driven content that adapts to user behavior and purchase intent. Explanation: real-time personalization uses AI and machine learning to tailor content, offers, and UX to individual preferences. This drives higher engagement and conversion by delivering relevant suggestions at the right time, based on browsing, purchase, and demographic data. Question 28. Which of the following is not typically part of a fashion brand's digital marketing funnel? A. Awareness. B. Consideration. C. Fulfillment center logistics. D. Conversion. Correct answer: C. Fulfillment center logistics. Explanation: marketing funnels map customer psychological stages, not back-end operations. Fulfillment logistics support the final transaction, but aren't part of the user's decision-making path like awareness, interest, and purchase. Question 29. In influencer partnerships, which metric best reflects a successful conversion-focused campaign? A. Total video views. B. Brand mentions. C. Click-through rate on trackable affiliate links. D. Number of followers gained by the influencer. Correct answer: C. Click-through rate on trackable affiliate links. Explanation: CTR on unique affiliate links shows how many users took action from influencer content. It directly ties exposure to traffic and ultimately sales, making it a key metric for ROI measurement in performance-driven campaigns. Question 30. Why is first-party data increasingly valuable for fashion marketers in a post-cookie era? A. It allows access to competitors' user data legally. B. It provides high-fidelity insights directly from customer interactions. C. It can be sold directly to advertisers. D. It removes the need for analytics tools. Correct answer: B. It provides high-fidelity insights directly from customer interactions. Explanation: with third-party cookies phasing out due to privacy concerns, brands must rely on data collected directly through owned channels, e.g., email signups, purchases. First-party data is accurate, privacy-compliant, and helps build personalized experiences and stronger customer relationships.